for their kids, and y'all coming out. That's a great job. So last week I talked about, what some of the Big Ten parents wanted and what our purpose was. This week I'm going to kind of talk about why I'm here and why a lot of people want to ask me, why am I doing this? And my son has a possibility to be a first-round pick. So I'm gonna kind of explain it in a story. It's kind of be a personal story. If you read my shirt, it says the easy way out. The easy way out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm gonna need y'all to help me out. So when I point at y'all, I want y'all to say the easy way out. All right. So let's practice real quick. All right. Ready? Go. Easy way out. All right. The easy way out. All right. The story's not gonna be that long, but it's gonna be personal to me to get my point across. All right, we're gonna go back to about 2008 when Shaun, he wasn't the guy that you know now. He was a skinny kid, kind of with a big head, funny feet, and he was playing basketball. He was a nationally known basketball player for his age group. And I was serving overseas, and he was practicing with one of his coaches. Thank you. I was practicing with one of his coaches, but he was practicing with one of his coaches and having a really bad practice. Coach was pushing him to the limit. And it got to the point where he got frustrated. He even threw a chair. He got into a fight with a kid and everything. It was terrible. He was young and he wanted to quit. And so what happened was his mama came to practice and, got on him bad. He gave me a call and told me the whole situation. And so I talked to him. I said, Shaun, you're gonna have up days and you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have good days and bad days. But the thing about it is that no matter what, when you start something, you gotta finish it. Because you can't take the, I gotta hear you, you can't take the, all right, now we're gonna move up into high school. I mean, a lot of y'all don't know this, but Shaun had a lot of problems in high school with academics, but he was a very, very hard worker. So he would get up at like 5 in the morning, go lift weights, go to school. After school, he would have football practice. After football practice, later on that night, he would have different training for football and basketball that would lead him to not even being able to do his homework. So he would come home tired, exhausted. And when he would come home tired and exhausted, he would do as much homework as he could, eat real quick, and set his clock for 3 o'clock in the morning because he knew without academics, he wouldn't be able to complete the dream that he wanted to complete. And also he knew that he couldn't take the easy way out. One more time. Easy way out. All right, bear with me. This all has a circle. It's all going into a circle. All right? So also in high school, Shaun won 4 state championships. This is kind of my story. He won 4 straight championships in high school. But during that time, it got really, really hard towards the end. And a national school called IMG wanted to pick him up and have him be on the team because he had a name. And Shaun said, I don't want to go to IMG because I'm a Trinity person, and no matter if we win or lose, I don't want to take the all right, going on to recruiting. All right, Shaun was recruited by schools all over the country, right? And some schools were trying to recruit him with things that were legal and things that weren't legal. He met he met Urban Meyer, he met Coach Combs. They told him that, he sucked and he can do a lot better. They told him that, he can be one of the best DBs in the country. And, but it was packed. We had like 6 DBs in that class. And then they also got Kendall Sheffield from Alabama, transfer from Alabama. And the most kids would be like, look at that and be like, man, that's packed. I can't do that. But Shaun said, I want to go to Ohio State, be a Buckeye, and win a championship because I don't want to take the... All right, we're going to move on. I got like 2 more. All right, so last week, I was going to Chicago for the rally, and some guy on social media, they ended up canceling my ticket. So I had to buy tickets that was like 6 times more than what it was. And I was like, man, I gotta buy these tickets, man, and come here. But I did it. You know, this week right here was a hard week at my job. I got put on a leave because of a situation that has nothing to do with this. And I could have easily said, man, you know what, man, Shaun going first round. I don't have to be here. But you know what I did? I came here to support the Buckeyes because I didn't want to do what? All right, so to sum all this up, to get it where it needs to be at, these Buckeye fans are asking the presidents, the commissioners, the Big Ten, Kevin Warren, I got you, Kevin Warren, and everybody who gets paid 6 figures to make sure these kids can play safe and have a chance for a national championship. All right? And we feel as parents, and y'all feel as Buckeye fans, that 2 weeks ago, them trying to cancel the season was the what? Do your job. I also wanted to add that, you know, Ohio State has been a leader of the Big Ten forever. We all know that, right? All right. So as parents, we would like to talk to the president, Dr. Johnson, about the situation. And the thing about it, we know Ohio State did everything they could, but we like to be the catalyst for these other schools. So we can talk to our president, they should be able to talk to their president. Because there's a lack of transparency going on between. Also, I'd like to make an update about the Big Ten Parents United. It's a big thing because I think this is the first time ever that we got 12 out of the 14 teams, parents together to have their back of their kids, and that's a big thing. I really think that it's something that can change the future, because at the end of the day, I've been preaching on social media that, you know, everybody has somebody they're working for. You know, you got the NCAA, you have the Big Ten, you have these coaches and the ADs, they're great, but no one totally has the back of the player, meaning like, don't care about wins or losses, don't care about recruiting boards, anything like that. So I like for the parents of the Big Ten Parents United to continue and maybe have a back for these kids in the future. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming out. This is a big deal. Y'all are not taking the easy way out by being here. The support, people see this. People across the country see this. I've been contacted from places, everywhere across the country about interviews. So this movement is doing something. If you look at last Sunday to this Sunday, we're in a little bit better position. We just need them to really get their head out of their butt and get us a little bit closer so we can play and challenge for the championship. Period. Safe football, but we want to play. We want to play. We want to play. There we go. All right, I'd like to say again that the Parents Association would definitely like me to be the head starters of all the other teams in the Big Ten and have a conversation with our president. So I like to thank the media for always supporting our movement, and that's the next thing for us. We need to talk to the president and just get some insight of what went on our part. And the thing about it, Ohio State is the leader of the Big Ten, so it shouldn't be an issue. So if we can do that, other schools can get transparency and see what's going on in their schools also. That's not what we want. The Parents Association and what I want is totally different. I'm underneath them for what they want, and they want to talk to Dr. Johnson, I think her name is, and be a leader for the rest of the Big Ten community, because it's a couple schools that don't have no transparency of what's going on, period. Like, we feel like Ohio State did everything they could, so I feel like if we can talk to our president and we can put that out there, if we talk to our president, I feel like it'll put pressure on the other school presidents to talk to their parents. Because at the end of the day, we got the best interests of the kids in mind.
What do you think are the questions that you would want to ask Dr. Johnson right now?
If I'm not put into that situation, but if I was, I'd probably just ask, how was the process? How was the process?
and what could be better about the process and going forward. So if you say we're playing in Thanksgiving, all right, what all entails in us playing in Thanksgiving? What all has to happen, per se? You know, just to get more information to say, okay, Shaun should stay because we're going to play in Thanksgiving, not just because you said we're going to play in Thanksgiving. That kind of stuff.
What are your initial thoughts on that, Thanksgiving idea?
Crazy. No college football playoffs. If it's no college football playoffs, it's not worth it. That's not what we want. Bring it up a couple weeks so we can play. If whoever can play, not just us, maybe Penn State, anybody.
How did you feel about this protest today compared to the one that you did last week in Illinois?
I think the protest in Illinois was the fire starter for this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people came out. I don't know the numbers. I know y'all be talking about the numbers on social media soon, but I found out then. But I think that protest got a lot of media exposure. You know what I'm saying? I was on ESPN. They talked about it on CNN. I got interviewed all over the country. And it's not about me. It's just about getting the movement out and getting people talking about it.
What does it mean to you to have those Buckeye fans show up and support what you guys are doing?
It means everything. It means everything. The fact that I'm just a parent of a player, I'm nobody, and Buckeye fans are supporting me like this and want to take pictures with me and all this kind of stuff, it shows how much they love Buckeye football and how much they want a season, how much they got the back of these kids.
How much, I'm sure you're talking a lot with Shaun, how much do you think he and his teammates have appreciated what you all are doing and the support they're getting?
They do, but at the end of the day, they want a leg to stand on. Right now it's shaky, man. Things changing so much and it's hard to believe anything. You hear, just last Sunday we wasn't playing at all, and now they're talking about November, so like, they don't want to get too up or too down. And I think Coach Day is handling that well about just keeping it just kind of level, telling them things that he can tell them, but just not telling them everything just in case it doesn't happen.
You being a military guy, everything is regimented, there is no wishy-washy, no rumors. So what's it been like dealing with just no answers and only speculation through the media about what's going on?
That's why I'm doing everything I can. That's why I'm doing everything I can to try to put pressure on everybody for what these parents want for these kids. Because at the end of the day, the kids can't be out here themselves. They can't. They can't. The coaches can't be out here. They got to support the Big Ten. They got to support Ohio State. They got to support their individual schools. But as parents, we can do that. We can fight for our kids, and that's amazing.